Hey guys, I thought we'd go ahead and take a shot at maybe playing a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the master volume down for some of the sound effects that can be pretty loud. So my quest, some of the daily quest I have today is to win 2 as a mage, so I thought I would try out my mage deck a little bit here. Now the deck I actually found online and actually tweaked it a little bit, but the idea is to get out enough creatures that can, or minions that can raise your spell damage, and then basically try to take out your opponent in a couple of spells if you have them in your hand. The hope is that you can have enough down and then really take out your opponent in 1 or 2 turns with fireball and spells like that. But I also have a lot of nuke spells that are also paired with.
You asked for it.
When also paired with spell damage, will actually take out the other enemy, any of the minions that are on the board. Sorry, I'm just gonna look at the cards here. I think I'm actually gonna give her that one, and I will give her that one. Now, I'm still very new at this game. That's better. And I want to kind of learn this game a little bit. So if you guys can give me any tips or advice, that'd be great in the comments. But don't go too bad on me. I'm still trying to learn the game. So I have a grunt with taunt, and then I have my spell damage, one of my spell damage guys here, and then this is one of the legendaries that I added to the deck that I can kind of play at the end of the game to give me a little boost for spell damage, where it's +5. So
What
okay,
you want?
Taunt.
Job done.
I'm going to do my best to explain the moves I'm making, but I'm not an expert at this game at all. Still very new. I still get beaten up pretty bad a lot of the time, so you're probably going to see me get beaten pretty well while I play. So, I don't know if you were coming here expecting me to be really good.
Job's done.
Maybe you can watch me, and like I said, you can give me some advice and let me know what I could do better. Especially with the deck. If you guys can help me build a better deck, that'd be awesome too. I've probably at this point put about $40 into this game, just for decks or for cards and everything. So that's really not a lot. I see a lot of people online have put in mass amounts of money into this game. So. Shots, I guess, and try to get. Here we go. This will make my guy here stronger as I do that. I should put shots on me. Now, the thing I noticed about this deck is, as it gets closer to the end, it gets kind of weaker, just because usually the enemy has, I guess, more mana and can cast bigger monsters than what I have. I don't really have a lot of hard-hitting minions, which I guess I could add a couple, but I really look for a lot of minions that have spell damage.
Many possibilities.
That was a good move. He is almost out of cards, so he only has 1 card. So there's that. So I got a taunt.
Yes.
And then kind of just run by him and hit him. So that's but I also have 2 cards actually in here that'll 3. I have a couple of cards that let you just draw cards, so I hope to see those usually as something I draw towards the end of the game. Because as now I have 2 cards, he has 2 cards, so we're kind of lacking on I guess playable cards at this point. But what I'm really looking for is fireball. And any of these guys, arcane explosion, things I can use to nuke the enemies minions.
and loaded.
Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and just kill him with, oh, never mind, I guess not. Alright. So I like this card a lot too because it'll give me those flame Asnoths, which is cool. But in this case, I'm actually just gonna play him.
You are not prepared.
I hope that he doesn't play one of my most hated cards, which is I think it's the Polymorph, where it turns him into a sheep. I do not like that card. And I seem to get hit with that a lot, but I guess he wouldn't. Actually, I'm sorry, he wouldn't be able to play that because I think it's a Mage class card. See, now he's going to be going away. There you go, see? This is, I guess, is where the card that pulls my minions back into my hand would be good. I should still at least be able to play one or two cards to get a good one to play before he dies. And he has no cards left, so he's really not going to be able to do much going forward here. Whereas I can actually do some things. So we'll play this, and this is actually a combo I like to do because I'm a mage. I can play the Berserker, and I can actually just go ahead and hit him with a Fireball. It'll take 1 health away from him, but it'll actually boost him +3 on attack. And he's going to be going away, so I'm just going to go ahead and just get a hit. And he's out of cards, so he's going to have to, I guess, hurt himself for 2 damage to get another card. But unless he pulls something really good here. Oh, see, that would do it. There you go.
Ooh, you're
Oh, he's going to just go ahead and discard his... I don't know why I didn't play that one. That one at least had Taunt. There's a lot he can do here. He's going to hurt himself, which basically just gave the game away. Because he has no mana. He's just going to, I guess, attack one of my guys, and I can finish the game. So, just as an example, you can see where I can maybe hit him with another Fireball. 1+3. So that worked out. I think the lack of cards, he must have probably got a bad draw on his side, but the lack of cards seemed to really hurt him at the end. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2. Actually finish my daily quest really quickly. A lot of the time I don't know if it's my luck, but I run into people who just have the most ridiculous cards in their deck. Where every time I play a monster or do something, they just seem to have a counter to it every time.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for
There's
it.
the polymorph cards that I said I hate going up against. In this case, I really don't need 2 of them. And I'm probably not going to play him for a while, so I'll put him back in the deck too. Maybe get something that'll help me out in the early game. There's the Fireball that I like a lot, but again, I don't really get much for the early game.
Ready for action!
So I have both my Fireballs, which is great, but I'm really not going to use them for a little while. And I guess I'm just going to end the turn here. I don't want to waste my coin on the first turn.
What you want?
Here he has 2 good cards out. That's quick. 2 good cards at Taunt.
What you want?
So that works. Let's see what he does. Maybe he'll even it out with his guy. Or replace something that'll... Oh wow, that's a good card. Yeah, looks like he's gonna even it out. That's fun. That was when I'm probably gonna play my coin. So get this guy out.
Tadingo! Yeah, done.
I'll be able to play one of my Fireballs next turn, but I really want to hold on to them until I can get people with spell damage out. My Archmage actually has spell damage +1.
Reporting for duty.
my counter spells. Which I guess I'll just go ahead and play. That'll just stop the next spell that my opponent plays. Now, I'm trying to think if I really want to... Yeah, he's only going to do 1 damage to me, so I'll just get rid of it.
The frost wolves stand ready.
Ah, well, that's a good card right there. I might have to play one of my fireballs earlier than I wanted to. I can also play one of my polymorph cards also, which I'd rather do because I'd rather keep my fireballs for when I end the game if I can. So we'll just do that, and that'll work. So I'm just gonna skip right past him.
To Northrend!
That's gotta be one of my other abilities also is Divine Shield. Now, the good thing about the Mage is it has the little Fire Blast that'll take away Divine Shield pretty easily, but I hate having to waste that on that. So I have 2 of my Archmages, which is good.
Are you
so I'll
ready
play
for
one of them.
this?
And
Job's done.
I don't think... we'll see. See if I can make it to the next turn with Archmage out there. I feel like he's going to do what he has to do to get rid of him. No, so I'm going to counter his secret apparently, okay. Oh, what was it? Oh, that's good.
Let me think.
I still have yet to get to a point where the decks actually run out of cards. I think I got really close one point where we were down to like, I think I had 5 and they had 6, but after that, the game was over. So I don't think I've ever gotten to a point where I just need to get rid of it. That's fine. I really wanted to keep that Archmage out there.
Don't mess with us!
Reporting for duty.
Just a nice little army going here.
Are you ready for this?
Job's done.
The problem is I really don't have a lot of minions in my hand. I think this hand is kind of setting me back here. I have a lot of spell cards, which is fine, but all my minions must be like at the bottom of this deck. There's a taunt, okay. So in this case, see, I'd be able to do 14 damage against him right away. Rather not. Which I guess I'll probably just go ahead and give him. Actually, you know what? I'll just go target the sheep.
What you want?
Don't
Just run by him and hit him.
Job's done.
So that's another card that really bugs me. I always seem to get hit by that card a lot. If they'll gang up and hit him.
Reporting for duty.
See, I have a lot of nuke cards too, and I haven't seen any of those come through either. Now, if I can draw one of those, I'll... That looks like he's actually going to do it for me. Never mind. Alright then. Oh, see, there's the card I want. That's fine. That's fine. In this case, I can hit him and do 12 damage. I really don't want to do that, though. I'd rather save it, but I will get rid of his 2 minions, just in case he has anything that is affected by how many minions are on the field. I will play that to stop anything he wants to try to hit me with, and I will hit him 3 damage and freeze him, just so I can try to get closer to this. At this point, I have enough mana for my
Squire, attend me.
legendary dragon as well,
Ready, sir.
which would make this able to kill him, but I don't have him. So, again, I don't have any way to really make him out yet. I was really hoping that would have hit him. But at this point, I'm going to have to use my fireballs to... unless he has a way to kill me in one shot. I might chance it. I really had that out there to stop him from hitting me with any damage spells, but alright. Or that. See, that'll do it. So he has enough to hit me and win. He's still looking at his cards for some reason. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
That's an example of how when I looked at this deck online a lot of the time, they said you'll end up losing if your hand is kind of bad, which my hand ended up being kind of bad right there. I didn't have nearly enough minions out. I had a lot of spell cards, which would have worked if I had more minions that had spell damage. So. You definitely are. You're definitely limited in this game when you first start because of just the lack of cards you have. And getting cards is not easy because I think every time you win 3 matches in a row, you get 10 gold.
shall
And it
bring
costs
victory.
100 gold to
You asked for it.
get a pack of cards, and it's just 5 cards in a pack, so you really don't. Okay, see, actually, I like this hand. This is actually not that hand. It's a lot of minions, but maybe going forward, I can draw a couple spell cards. I'm not going to really be able to play much my first turn.
I am ready.
Which is fine, I'm alright with that. Then I got here at 12.
What you want?
And I got another guy with spell damage, which is good. This will actually help bolster this one, just in case it gets a little out of control on his side. Same with this guy.
What you want?
So, like, this is actually a case where I can actually wipe his board right now. Using this guy, Mana Crystal, and this right here.
Job's done.
And I guess next turn I'll be able to play my Ogre Magi. That'll power up my Fireball a little more to 8 damage. There was a point I actually had, I think three spell damage plus ones out, and then I had my legendary dragon out. I think the fireball was, oh geez, it was, I think, 14 damage for each fireball, which is pretty ridiculous. Now I might be more inclined to play the taunt. This guy with taunt right now, just 'cause it looks like he's trying to hit me with a bunch of these guys, and that'll keep my spell damage guy still around. And I can even hit him.
Job's done.
Salam crush you.
Oh, look at that card. Alright then. We'll try to match it. I like this card a lot too, the Azure Drake, because the Battle Cry, you get a draw card, and then it's also spell damage plus one. So if you draw a guy that has taunt, you're in good shape. So at this point, they're going to have to attack him, but his little legendary guy over here will take him out one shot. But that'll at least delay, unless he plays something out. There you go. That's fine. There he is. So this is the legendary dragon I was talking about that gives me the spell damage plus 5. So I guess what I'll do now is play another guy with taunt, and then we'll take out his little legendary guy.
Tadingo!
The only problem I have with the dragon is his mana cost is so high, so you kind of play him one turn and have to hope that he sticks around, and since he's like a legendary card, everyone seems to target him pretty quickly. So I'm still in pretty good shape here. I can play my Overmage here. I can still get 2 cards. There we go. Flame Strike's a great card. Again, that's based on your spell damage, so I can. And I also have my other fireball too. Nice. So if I can get the Drake, if I can get my legendary dragon out and hit him with 2 fireballs, he'll be almost done. Some shots in on him here.
Job's done.
I still have my Flame Strike as a
Minions,
as a backup plan.
soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad.
We'll have to take him out real quick. There we go. That'll help. So I'm just gonna use him. I just gotta get rid of him real quick. He's gonna be a problem. I'll still play my guy here with
What
taunt.
you want?
I'm just gonna hit him and get him out of there.
What? No.
Job's done.
Again, just lowering his health so I can take him out one turn. Most people don't see it coming either, which is another plus.
Need you to master.
So in this case, he actually just lost the game and doesn't even realize it yet. I have both my fireballs, which will do 14 damage. Then he can hit him for 4. So this is actually. There we go. Just see how quick that'll strike. That was just 18 damage in one hit, and I only had one minion on the field, so definitely was not expecting that to just happen. Yeah, I did my daily quest, and I think I have enough gold. I do. I can buy a pack. Oh boy. Even though I just opened 15 of them, I didn't get a legendary. Wow, jeez, destroy one of your mana crystals, man. That seems rough. I guess that's just a free 1/1 creature, the Wisp. Yeah, see, nothing too good in here. But that's what happens sometimes. 16 of them I've opened, I guess, today, and haven't seen a legendary. Some good mid cards though. It's not bad. But I guess I'll stop it here, and maybe come back and do a couple other matches. But until then, I'll see you guys.